first graders. I hope you had fun the last few days flying your airplanes, comparing the distances that they flew, as well as the airplanes themselves. For the next few days, we're going to be taking some unit assessments together. So don't worry about these tests. We're going to be taking them together. It's still a great opportunity for you to see how much you've learned and what you can still practice. So here is the Unit 7 assessment, page 1 of 3. And let's remember our Hansel and Gretel work that we did about the path and dropping things along the path because it says, write the number that belongs in each empty box. Use the clues on the paths to help. And our key here reminds us that a bread crumb, they dropped every single step. So it says bread crumb every one step. And the pine cone, they left the pine cone every 5 steps. So if we remember here, breadcrumb, 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 pine cone. And then on the 10th step, they dropped a pebble. So it would be breadcrumb, 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 breadcrumb until they got to the number 10, and then it's pebble. So you notice everything that ends with a 5 in the ones place is going to be a pine cone. But everything that ends with a 0 in the ones place is a pebble. And everything else are breadcrumbs. And some of the breadcrumbs look like they've gone missing. I wonder if an animal got hungry or something, but we're not going to let that trick us. So here we go. Looks like this breadcrumb was already number 51. So we could count by ones, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55. Oh, that's so slow. And you know what? I already knew the pine cone was 55 because this was 51. And I said, oh, has to have a 5 in the ones place, so it must be 55. Do you already know what the pebble is? What's the pebble? What is it? You knew it was 60? Did you count by fives, 55, and jump 5 to make 60? Or did you fill in the missing breadcrumbs and count by ones? 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60. Whichever way you did. Good for you. It was 60. What do you think this one's going to be? Let's think. Oh, here's a pebble. Here's a pine cone. So this must be, a missing breadcrumb. And what number is it going to be? I could do 60 plus 61, 62, 63. I could do 60 plus 3 more and get 63. Or I could just think, this pine cone must be 65. 65 minus 2. That gives me 63 also. All right, and if this breadcrumb's 63, this pine cone must be, let's see, a 60 with a 5 in the ones place, 65. And if I go another up, this pebble must be, what's my counting by tens number that comes after 63? It must be a 70. And you notice how I could figure that out without having to count every single breadcrumb? But I can check that way. 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70. Oh, well, that took way too long. Let's not do that anymore if we can avoid it. Okay, this one starts at 83 this time, but we've got some missing breadcrumbs. Okay, so I'm just going to think, this must be 85. Oh, I didn't even need to know that one because I can jump right to my pebble. And if this is in the 80s, my next pebble must be 80s. So my next one is, that's right, it would be 90. So let's go ahead and make our first pebble here a 90. So now I can think 90 plus 3 more or just 95 minus 2. What's it going to be? Okay, so I'm in my 90s. 93 is here. That's my pine cone. 95. My stone must be 100. So my breadcrumb, go back right here and I'm at 99. Let's keep working on this in the next video.